So the LGBTQ plus community's coming under attack by the Trump administration again. And it turns out that aliens have intervened in the Israel-Iran war. So you hit subscribe and I'll cue the music. So President Trump's administration has ordered the National LGBTQ plus Youth Suicide Hotline to shut down next month in a decision advocates are calling devastating. The Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration will be closing the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lines LGBTQ plus Youth Specialized Services, also known as the Press 3 option, on July 17th. The agency said in a statement that just came out, they will no longer silo LGBTQ plus youth services and instead focus on servicing all help seekers. Here's that language again. No, we're not taking them out of the equation. We're just making sure that everybody's included. Yeah. Exactly. It's total horse crap. The program rolled out in 2022 as part of a government contract with the Trevor Project. They're a non-profit that's focused on suicide prevention in the LGBTQ plus community. The program allowed callers to connect with counselors specifically trained in these matters with youth up to the age of 25. CEO James Black called the move devastating, adding that Congress can still move to reverse this decision. Quote here, suicide prevention is all about people. It's not politics. The administration's decision to remove a bipartisan evidence-based service that has effectively supported a high-risk group of young people through their darkest moments is incomprehensible. The fact that this news comes to us halfway through Pride Month is nothing but callous, as the administration's choice to remove the T from the acronym LGBTQ+ in their announcement. Transgender people can never and will never be erased. Now, since its launch in 2022, the 988 Crisis Line has provided more than 1.2 million people with life-saving support. Inclusive in this is crisis services of all kinds, but mostly based on let's keep these people alive and healthy. The Trevor Project responds to nearly half of the calls and texts to the 988 call. Last year, the project alone directly served more than 231,000 people through this program. The service, the youth received more than 1.3 million calls, texts, or chats since 2022 when it was started. That's only like a couple of years. And we're talking about over 1.3 million people. Now, this comes after the budget plan from the Department of Health and Human Services that was leaked in April, indicating Trump's administration would slash all funding for the hotline if it has anything to do with LGBT. Suicide remains the second leading cause of death among young people aged 10 to 14 and the third leading cause of death among 15 to 24-year-olds. The leading cause is gun violence. There's some other stats here we could go into, but the bottom line is this. The Trump administration has some absolute hard-on hatred for everything transgender specifically. They don't like the whole community much, if we're going to be honest with ourselves, but they really despise everything transgender. So my question is, when was the time that Trump fell for... I'll leave it in your imagination. Because, man, that guy, his hate knows no bounds. All these people want to do is live the way myself and others can live. Just be yourself, be free. What the hell's wrong with that, Donald? What the hell?
He just hates the fact that Melania's got a bigger penis than he has.
That's funny.
I mean, the thing is, what's worse about this is, you know, everything that Trump has been doing since he's got in. I bet you that phone has been, you know, that phone line has hardly been off the hook. Mm-hmm. You know, I bet you the numbers have gone up.
Oh yeah, they probably had ICE agents answering for the last couple of weeks, right? So you can imagine how that went. You know, so it's terrible. It's terrible. We're switching around to insanity, though, aren't we?
Well, it could be insanity, or it could be, well, just aliens. Yeah, because while global leaders are scrambling to defuse rising tensions between Iran and Israel, probably a bit late for that now, one woman on TikTok believes the true culprit isn't military escalation. Yes, it's aliens, and no, she isn't one of them. Emily Eaton, also known as Divine Magic, claims she receives telepathic messages from extraterrestrials and angels, and according to her latest download, the Middle East conflict may actually be caused by cosmic energy disturbance tied to incoming motherships. Of course they are, dear. Of course they are. In a video posted to her 90,000 TikTok followers on June 13th, the same day deadly airstrikes claimed over 200 lives, Eaton shared a transcript of a message she says came from alien Lilith. We see the events playing out all around our planet right now, the alien reportedly said via Eaton's iPad-based transcription. Yeah, okay. Some events are not as bad as your media wants you to believe. Others as bad or worse. So, yeah, everything.
Yeah. I love that level of specific.
Yeah, yeah. Things aren't as bad, but some are. Yeah, okay, brilliant.
She's like Trump in 2 weeks, man. You know,
I had 2 weeks. Alien Lilith also warned of a spiritual heaviness blanketing humanity, whatever that is. Something Eaton says is a sign of the density of Earth is changing. Yes, as alien ships move closer. Yeah, okay. I'm not too sure that's how physics works. The TikToker insists that the energetic turbulence is behind both personal stress and geopolitical violence, not putting an idiot in the fucking White House. Nothing to do with that. You are feeling the resistance of opposing forces that prefer you to be angry and afraid, she relayed from the alien dispatch. Eaton's cosmic brief paints. Sorry, my reading's not good tonight. Eaton's cosmic brief paints a bigger picture, a long-standing evil energy that's been running the world, and it's losing power. Yes, the world is losing power over this, and its final tantrums are playing out globally with some kind of metaphysical death row. Whatever. Yeah. The message concludes on a surprisingly motivational note. It says, find joy even when it seems impossible. You hear that, Iran? Are you taking notes as those missiles are raining down you? Find some joy. Well, look at the spectacle. Doesn't that look pretty?
Can I ask though, why is alien Lilith from Rivendell?
I don't know. This alien, a lot of people talk about this alien like, so some kind of like fucking real thing. And some kind of like Nordic kind of goddess. It's like, what?
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of shite, really is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But unfortunately, international diplomats might not make much of Eaton's interstellar insights, and although a TikTok has racked up over 4,500 likes.
I bet Trump's considering it right now, to be honest.
Well, to be honest with you, I think Trump will probably get better advice from this.
So if you too want to be told by alien Lilith what's coming up in your life, I believe you find her on OnlyFans.
Yeah. Well, maybe Lilith. Hey, Lilith, I'm talking to you. I'm sending this message out telepathically so you can get this. Comment section. Get into the comment sections and leave us some advice.
Sending out an SOS. Hit subscribe, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Alien occupants.
What a moron.